had an incredible snow year here in Utah, but as you're getting out there and maybe making your way into the backcountry, it's really important that you can stay safe. And a great way to do that is using the Utah Avalanche Center as a resource. And we've got Craig Gordon joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Hey, you bet, Maddie. Thanks for having me. And just like you said, just a remarkable winter. We have been blessed with not only amazing snowfall, but more importantly, really robust water numbers. So, snow water equivalent. And what that does is that creates a nice, stable, uniform snowpack. It wasn't that way this whole winter, and we did have a couple of speed bumps along the way. But right now, we are looking really good to go in the backcountry.
Now, if people are looking to get out in the backcountry, what are some things that they should just have as precautions as they're making their way out there?
Yeah, sure. So, the first thing that you should do before even considering heading into the backcountry is being armed with the latest avalanche forecast for the zone that you plan to travel in. And the Utah Avalanche Center is a statewide organization. We issue avalanche forecast each day, and you can find all that information at utahavalanchecenter.org. That's your one-stop shop for all things avalanche, utahavalanchecenter.org. Next, you should have some basic avalanche awareness and education under your belt. So take one of our free Know Before You Go avalanche awareness presentations, but then build off of that theme. That's just an introductory. After that, I would suggest a Backcountry 101. Get your teeth into the snow, get your hands into the snow, and then you'll also need avalanche rescue gear. That means avalanche transceivers, shovels, and probes. But Maddie, the biggest tip I can give anybody is avalanche avoidance. So using all of those tools, going out with knowledgeable partners, and matching their terrain choices with what the backcountry avalanche danger is suggesting, that's going to be the big ticket item, and that's your success for longevity in the mountains.
Now, why should people not go experience the backcountry by themselves? It's really important that you always have someone there with you, and why is that?
Yeah, so our partner is really going to be our lifeline as far as if something goes sideways. With safe travel practices, we go one at a time. We keep an eye on our partner. We wait for them to clear off the slope. And then because humans are, have our own infallible tendencies, if we do make a mistake, then our partner's got eyes on us. They can help us out, and that's really our lifeline. But remember, we've got to choose experienced partners who are in the same mindset that we are, who are not opposed to pumping the brakes when things change. And remember, we can be out in the backcountry every day, Maddie. It's a matter of matching our terrain with what the avalanche hazard is suggesting, the types of terrain to avoid for the day.
Now, if people are maybe just getting into it, like I just started getting out there with my AT setup, I like to go on very mellow grounds only because I like to take my dog with me. So if people are starting to get into it, where do you recommend that they start this kind of journey?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm stoked to hear that you're starting to get out and get after it. So, in the Park City area, of course, there's lots of opportunity. And just to get familiar with the gear, and hiking up and doing that kind of program, you can check in with a local resort. I know at PCMR, there is one run that is open so that you can get used to the gear and hike up and ski down before mountain operations start. Not every resort offers that, so definitely check with your local resort. And then secondly, getting a basic avalanche awareness class under your belt. The Know Before You Go program, which was created in the 2004 season, is a great introductory. It's kind of light on science. It's heavy on common speak, kind of three-chord rock and roll instead of jazz. And we will get you dialed in so you'll know the kind of terrain that you will avoid, especially as avalanche danger gets elevated. And then you can simply use that as a cornerstone to your avalanche education, which quite frankly is a lifelong learning opportunity.
Which I think is so important. I know that I took one of the Avalanche courses as a small child. They made us do it in middle school just because we grow up in resort towns and they think that that's important for you to know, which I also agree it's super important. And so as people are going through these courses and they do have this lifelong learning opportunity through you guys, then they can start to advance their kind of like journey into the backcountry. Now, what kind of equipment should they be looking into getting?
Of course, and I'm super stoked to hear that that was part of what was your middle school learning opportunity, growing up in a mountain community and growing up in snow country. So yeah, you've got that under your belt, and then an avalanche transceiver, a shovel, a probe, maybe an airbag. But remember, Maddie, if we've got to use any of this rescue equipment, it means we've screwed up and the accident has already happened. Sort of like the airbag going off in the car, right? I mean, it's like we've slammed into something and our day starts going sideways. Yes, we do need to have to know how to use all of this gear, and that is a perishable skill set. So we offer classes, 4-hour, half day, or evening classes with rescue fundamentals. So we will teach you how to use this rescue gear, and then taking a know before you go class, an advanced rescue class, and then getting settled into a backcountry 101. That is going to set the stage for a great successful mission and getting to use all of this amazing opportunity of our backcountry that surrounds us, getting to implement the greatest snow on earth and doing it successfully. Most importantly, Maddie, not only enjoying this remarkable mountain environment that we have, but coming home at the end of the day safely to our families. That is the ticket.
Now, why is it so critical that people do have the experience and the knowledge as they're making their way into the backcountry? Because how quickly can things turn back there?
Oh man, things can go sideways in a heartbeat, but oftentimes, a lot of the clues to unstable snow are very relevant. Natural avalanching, of course, is going to be the biggest clue. Shooting cracks out in front of your skis, your snowboard, your snowshoes, your snowmobile. Remember, all of these things are offered to you each day at utahavalanchecenter.org. Just click on the zone that you want to recreate in. We do all the work for you. We deliver that in a very easy to digest, very distilled fashion. We're going to point you into the right direction. And like I said, Maddie, you can get out there nearly every day. And here's the deal. When it's stomping and when it's snowing and blowing like we saw late last year into early this season, the late December, early January storm cycles, well, then we get to parlay the hard work of the women and the men of the ski patrol. We can enjoy the greatest snow on earth at some of our world-class ski resorts where avalanche mitigation is being performed long before we even roll into the parking lot.
Craig, thank you so much for taking the time, giving us all this great information, and thanks for all the hard work you do to keep everyone safe around you.
And thank you. We'll look forward to connecting with you soon. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach us, utahavalanchecenter.org.
Craig, thank you again so much. Make sure that you go to utahavalanchecenter.org for all your information, and that way you know where it's safe to ride in the backcountry. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.